We need to give people the skills and the capabilities to do the new jobs that have to be done. I think worries about, I was waking up in a world where there just aren't enough jobs for people to do, full stop, for now, are misplaced. That said, I do think as we move deeper into the 21st century and our technologies become gradually but relentlessly more capable, we need to take seriously the idea that there might just not be enough work for everyone to do, full stop. To respond to the sort of frictional problem of there being work for people to do, but for various reasons people can't take it up, I think our best response for now is an educational one. We need to give people the skills and the capabilities to do the new jobs that have to be done. If the problem changes though, and we instead face a structural problem where there just aren't enough jobs for people to do, full stop, education, which is the sort of favored response of policymakers and politicians, doesn't help us respond to that challenge. We need to think far more boldly and creatively. I think there is this interesting tension, and it's been there from the very beginning, which is, very often when we think about the impact of technology on society, we take the standpoint of workers and we ask, what does this mean for the future of work? What does this mean for lawyers and doctors and teachers and accountants and architects and so on? And I think those are important questions. But there's another standpoint you can take, which is, well, what does it mean for consumers? What does it mean for patients and students and recipients of advice? What does it mean for them? If you think about a medical diagnostic system developed at Stanford that can tell you whether a freckle is cancerous as accurately as leading dermatologists, that now provides patients, anyone with a smartphone in principle, with access to the sort of expertise that in the past you would have had to pay a very expensive dermatologist, say on Harley Street in London, to get. So I think depending on the standpoint, there's very different stories. From the point of view of the future of work, it's, I think quite challenging. How do we prepare people to do the work that's going to have to be done in the future? From the point of view of consumers, though, I think the story is far more exciting, far more promising. There's often an instinct, for instance, that many business leaders want to sort of identify future-proof skills, the sorts of skills and capabilities that, are going to be robust from automation for decades to come, and train their workforce to do those things. But I just think that's a mistake. It's incredibly difficult to anticipate what jobs are going to have to be done, what skills and capabilities are going to be required. And what we need to do instead is say that this uncertainty is an inescapable feature of the future, and we need to prepare people to respond to that uncertainty, to respond with flexibility, to be able to adapt, to be able to reskill and retrain quickly and effectively later in life, with the same intensity and seriousness with which we treat education at the start of people's lives. Skill set is a good example of the mistake. The mistake being not to take this uncertainty about the future as being the problem we have to solve, or the thing we have to confront.